Welcome back to our tutorial video, proceeding from the previous. So in today's class, we're going to discuss on how to use ribbon and the attributes on the ribbon. The video I published some days ago about how to use the font type, okay, the fonts bold, italic, underline, and the font group entirely. I discussed a lot on that day on how to use the fonts group. The only thing I guess I didn't teach the other day under this font group is maybe if you have equals to round, open and close brackets, and you have this, if for instance you have a color attached to the paragraph, because this is shading, it gives a background to the text you select. So like maybe I'm selecting this, let me increase the font size. Don't forget, we say you can use control and open brace. I've discussed a lot about this in the previous video, and I am very sure I dropped the link to this in the description of this video. So under the like this document here, you can select and you have text highlights color, in which you can add a color to highlight a particular text, maybe this red or this blue or any color of your choice, just like having select text. So maybe adding a yellow color to the select and the text adding maybe a red color to it, then joining it together and having a space like this. So it's just like having something like this. Okay, so you can use your text highlight color to do something similar to this. Okay, and the background is here, but this one is on the paragraph. So today we're going to talk about the paragraph. I zoomed the environment a little bit closer to about 180 or 200%, so I'm reducing it. So under the paragraph, we're going to make it a little bit snappy today by writing equals to round. Sorry, I always use this, I need sample text. So let me reduce the size to 12. So you can just go to the font size area here and just type your 12. By selecting 14, type on 12, you just press enter, you have it done. So what you need to do now is to go under here. We have bulletins, we have different forms of writing, of giving numbers to text. So you can use bulletins, you can use numbers, you can use alphabets. So we want to use bulletins, so we select and we go straight to this point, this place here, then we click on here. So we have it done like this. If you want to change, you still select, you go to this one, you click. If you want to select, you still change and go to this point like this. So if you want to add some that are not here, we have a lot of bulletins, and the one you're looking for, maybe a lot of people are using this, so you don't want to use all these styles. You just go under it and you click on define new bullet. So under define new bullet, there all those things are symbols, so you can just click on symbols and you have a lot of symbols here based by the font you are using. Here is under weddings, so we can use we can just use this and just click on OK. We have this. If you don't want this and other fonts, the fonts we are working on, if you don't have what you want in there, you can just change the fonts to Arial or any, or even Arial Black. So we have different symbols here, so you can click on anyone, maybe this, and you click on OK, and you click on OK. So you have this. If the bulletins are small, maybe for example, if you put the bulletins and you see them very small like this, all you need to do is to select any of the symbols, then increase the font size. Okay, so it will be okay. Then if you want to use text, you just go down to this place. Okay, you click on it and you have your ABC, and you have the small letters here and the capital letters here. So you can just use the small letters, and if you want the capital letters, you can use them here. If the font of the numbering is a little bit bigger, you can reduce the size, and it's done like that. So apart from that, if you check the alignment here, still under the paragraph, the alignment here is what is left. So if you click here, it will take you to the right. This is right alignment, and this is what left alignment. We have different alignment based on how you want your contents to look like. If you want to make them like in the middle, that's to centralize, and taking them to the left, that's what left alignment, and we have to the right, which is right alignment, and we have justified, fully aligned to the left and fully aligned to the right. So you have it justified. So add or remove space. Example, we have our round, having our round close and open. So on this, you know, if you check, there is a space between look, and you can easily change the formatting. So you see the line here is not like one you create and this the line under it. So for us to reduce the space, let me use a symbol for you to understand this very well. So if you check now, this place, for us to cover it up, you go down to this place, check, we have remove space after paragraph. This is a paragraph and there's a space after it, and this is the space. For us to remove the space after it, you click on the paragraph like this one now, then go down here, which is under the paragraph group. You click on it and you have drop downs, right? So you just click on remove space after paragraph. It will what? Remove that space under it. For you to understand whether this work or not, check here, the space is gone, but here the space is not yet gone. So for you to remove the space after here also, you just click on this paragraph and you go down here, or is it up here, then you click on remove space after paragraph. So you have it done like this. Now apart from that, we have space, like your line spacings here, that we have 1.0, which is the same thing as control 1. We have 1.5, which is the same thing as control 5. We have 1.2.0, which is the same thing as control 2. Okay, so you can just go here, you have, you see, 1.0, 1.15, 1.5, 1.2, 2.3, 3.0. So you see the spacing is too wide. Okay, the spacing between the lines, before initially it was 1.0. You see how congested it is, as in the line, the spacing is not too vast. So for you to make it, like, you know, it is based on how you want your work to look like. So you can just leave it at 1.5. I think it will be okay. Some paragraph that you have to indent the first line. So you see, you can select, since we have 3 paragraphs here, so you can select everything, then you click on here to adjust the ruler, so you have it done like this. Okay, or you can simply press your shift and the same thing just here. So you can just do that without shift, or you press your shift and do it. But the reason why I want you to always use that shift is because sometimes you might get confused, or you might forget, like when you want to adjust the one that is under, like making it this way. You know, if you do that without pressing shift, everything will go. Okay, it will indent the entire paragraph. So for you to get it well done, okay, like when you want to do from the second line, you just press your shift and shift it. You see, this is how it looks like. And if you want to use the upper one, you click on it and you shift it. This is how it looks like. So this is what you have in your documents when you want to print. See, the line in between is gone, and we've indented the first part of it here, and we have it smoothly. And we have well, we've made it in, and this is 1.5 line spacing, and I guess there's no issues with it. Those that are working for projects, it depends on your school. So some schools are using 1.5, but I guess most schools are using 2.0 in their line spacing. So it's just like pressing Ctrl plus 2, and some are using Times New Roman, but you can just change it from here. You have your Times New Roman, and some are using bookmark old, so bookmark old, so that's this one. So it depends on your school and what they're using. So let's take it to Times New Roman. I guess this is all for this. Though you can still convert, you can add some shadings, some borders to your paragraph. Like when you're here, you want to add a border under it, so you can just click on it and click on border. If you want to add a border above, you can just still go to it and add a border above. If you want to add another border above here, you have it done. Border above, okay, border under, you have it done like this. So you can just select everything and allow all select everything and click on all borders, so you have it like this. So this is what you have. You don't have to go and start creating table to put it inside. Okay, you have your borders already. Then if you want to clear the borders, you just go down here and click on clear formatting, because we did not put the borders. For example, if for instance we just went direct under insert and we added some tables, and we select these tables and we clear format, You see, they won't go. Okay, these ones are just borders that we added on top of our document, just change how they look like. Okay, so you added a border up, you didn't add a table, so when you just click on that format, it will go. But the next thing we are going to talk about is this table. Working with table at times is very sensitive, very sensitive. So the only thing that you need to do now is to just listen to me very closely, and we'll get this done. When you enter a table, the first thing you need to do is to go to your insert. Okay, but even before that, you can just use some little shortcut keys like this, and when you just click on enter, you will have your tables. Okay, so but the ideal way for you to add tables, you can go in to the net and search for some shortcut keys. So though I'm releasing some videos for all the shortcut keys that I think will be very helpful to you. So for you to add the table, you go under insert and you click on tables. So we have tables are a combination of 2 rows and 2 columns, and you know columns are the vertical. For example, let me use this is a vertical line, and here is also a vertical line, then here is horizontal and here is horizontal. When the two meet, the intersections here, they give you a cell. Now this table we are working on is combination of rows and columns. They are cells, just like when you are working with Excel. Okay, in Excel, when you open, you just see different cells making up a spreadsheet. So it's the same thing with this. If you have this, the first thing that should come to your mind is you are working with rows and columns. For you to add a table, you need to go to insert and click on table, so you have an environment like this. So for you to use it, like if I want 3 columns, this is 1 column, and I'm having 2 columns here now, then 3 columns, 4 columns. If I want 5 columns, I'll just go straight here, 5 columns, 1 row. So if I want 5 columns, 7 rows, I'll slide it downward, and I have 5 columns, 7 rows now, and I click on it. So now we have different styles here, the table styles. So you can use this style, use this, or you can use the drop down button here, or you can navigate downward to have other tables. But for you to have a clear view, just use the drop down button. You'll have different ones here that you can see from afar. So for example, if you want to use this, you just click on it, or if you want to use this, just click on it. So for today, we're not going to use all this. We're going to just use a plain table like this. So having your table like this, let's just make a table of 5 students with their full name and registration number. So let's just have it like this: serial number, name, class, registration number. Then I'm using Shift F3 to toggle the text from capital letters to small letters, or small letters to capital letters. So here we have position. So maybe the subject, I'm just going to press Ctrl and Enter so that I have a space. Immediately I start typing here, it will take it up. What did I do? I'll just go to maybe the first part of the work here, the table, just press Ctrl Enter, then I'll type what I want to type here. Subject, English. You know, you will find it very hard to write something above a table just after starting a work without anything on top, and so like that. So this is subject, English. Sorry. So the serial number, you can select the cell. These cells, you can select them and go. We want to put it automatically, so we go to numbering and we select maybe this one. So you can readjust this a little bit backward, then you arrange this. You can select this and make it bold. For you to take it to capital letter, you just Shift F3. You have it. So let's increase the size of this a little. Then we have names. So let's just write James, Daniel, Joy Usman, Kelvin, Vincent, Mustafa, Idris, Monica, David, then Abdul Hassan. So this one too, you can just take it to the L it's Ctrl L, then our class here, this registration number, let's just make it registration node. So we have it done like this. Class maybe just 3, so you can select. I just press Ctrl Shift and my arrow to select word by word, so it will select 3 and select JSS, and so I will just copy, paste. Okay, I'll just select, like maybe after copying this first one, since I want to paste it in all, that's from number 2 to number 6, I'll just select from number 2 to 6 and I'll just press paste. I don't have to just be pasting one after the other, it will take much time. So under the registration number, so you might be having 20 slash papa 20 slash, just write what you can write, 20 slash 20. I pray that I want to put the same thing. So 20 slash, let me start this one with 20. So position, maybe this one is the first, this one is second, this one is the third, this one is the fourth, this one is the fifth, and this one is the sixth. This one is the sixth. So you have it done like this as a table, but there are other tables that might be very, very hard for you to construct. Okay, tables like, let me copy this one and paste it down. Copy and then paste it. Now let me readjust this one a little. Sorry. So if, for instance, I want to add a table up, okay, let me just have a new document under, I say new document, a new table. Oh, let me just use this one. Let me just clear everything I have here and clear this one. So let's say we want to add 3 tables above. So under the insert above, so I want to match and center some of these tables here. So what I will do now is I'll have to go under design and I'll see eraser. So I will have to clean this one, clean this one, clean this one, clean this one. So then I'll click on my eraser again. So I can just copy this subject English, I'll paste it here. So I have it like this inside the table. Then I want to write like subjects. I have 5 subjects. So I will click on my draw. Then I'll strike it from here, taking it downward. So you just click on the edge here, then take it straight downward. You see something happened here. So we'll know how to resolve this one. Let me add another one here. Okay, let me just leave it like that. So for me now, I'll have serial number here. I'll have name here. Okay, and I'll have class here, and I'll have subject here. Then here will be maybe grade. So for me now you see here, now you have to delete it, so you have this one like this. Okay, then your subject will come here, maybe math, English, literature, then maybe physics, biology. So you have it done like this. Okay, so we have different tables. You can adjust your tables like this, and to a point that you can as well remove some of these lines. Like if you want to remove a line in between, you still go under it and you remove inside horizontal. So you see you have something like this. Okay, if you want to remove the lines here in between, or just the subject should have a line above, you select the biology, physics, literature, math, English, then you add a border upward, so you have something like this. Okay, so it's very, very simple. And I guess so, in case you have difficulties on what we've learned so far, don't forget to drop a comment in the comment section or send me a private message. I'm watching to you as fast as possible. So looking forward to our next class, which we're going to discuss on how to use page break, and we're also going to discuss on how to use the hyperlink, header, footer, and page numbering in our documents. So till we meet again.
If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.